Hello, Jeff Davis football fans. This is the Jeff Davis Coaches Show brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. So we're getting ready to kick off the 2025 football season coming up tomorrow night in the Pinelands. Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets wrapped up a solid 8-4 season last year in 2024, recording their most wins in the season since winning 10 games in 2021. The Yellow Jackets will be taking on the Washington County Golden Hawks, who went 6-5 last year, and they're entering their third season under head coach Robert Edwards. Edwards, alumni of Washington County, a star on their football program, and as many folks around here know, he was also a big star at the University of Georgia and later on with the New England Patriots. Last season, Jeff Davis faced Washington County twice. First in the opening game of the season last year in 2024 in the Pinelands. Jeff Davis won that game. I checked that. We were on the road at Washington County. Jeff Davis won that game 22-6. And then in November, in the first round of the playoffs, we hosted Washington County in the Pinelands, and Jeff Davis again came out a winner by a score of 33-17. So there is no doubt that the Golden Hawks are going to be coming into the Pinelands tomorrow night looking for some revenge. We'll take a break here, get some words from our sponsors, and we'll be back with player interviews. This is the Jeff Davis Coaches Show brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy.
When you need to tackle everyday health and wellness, Stan's Pharmacy is the place to go. Conveniently located off the Douglas Highway with 3 drive-through windows, Shemaine Ramey and staff are ready to serve you. From flu shots to prescriptions, to vitamins and over-the-counter essentials, we want to keep you healthy and in the game. Stan's Pharmacy is also Hazelhurst's local provider for scrubs. Stop by to get your scrubs and prescriptions today. Come save at Stan's and go Jackets.
At Altamahal Bank and Trust, we strive to help you live your best life. That means offering loans for nearly any dream or goal. With competitive rates, local processing, and quick decisions, we can customize a loan to fit your needs. This is Misty Boatwright, Relationship Manager at the Hazelhurst branch. Come see me today at 57 North Tallahassee Street or visit our website at altamahal.bank. And let's work together to achieve your financial goals. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the Jeff Davis Coaches Show brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. This is Jim Sewell, and alongside me is Mark Durden. Mark is a sophomore, taking over the role of starting quarterback this year, and also will be starting on defense at the safety position, I believe. All right, Mark, first year starting under center, a new role for you. Tell us how the transition's been from running back to quarterback.
I mean, it's been great getting to change my number and all, and getting to help our team where we need to be, where we can win the most games as possible.
Talk about changing the number. You're inheriting the number 16, which is traditionally been the number for the Jeff Davis starting quarterback in honor of former Jeff Davis quarterback Nate Hibble.
Yes, sir.
What has that meant to you to get that legendary number here at Jeff Davis High School?
I mean, it meant a lot, to be honest. I always played with 5 as a kid, but getting to look up to another person and getting help from a person that's been there has actually been great.
Nate is really bought into this program. This Legends number, and I know he's established relationships with all the quarterbacks that have been line, and I know, as you mentioned, you're beginning to make that relationship with him as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, had a big scrimmage against Clinch County, and then practice has been a challenge because we've been fighting weather. So how things have gone looking at the scrimmage with Clinch. No, it didn't quite turn out the way we wanted, but it looked like we did a lot of good things in that scrimmage.
Yes, sir. See, we started off really good, and then at the end we started letting loose a little bit. But at practice we've been working, putting in all the work, blood, sweat, and tears, getting the work that we need to so we can be great this season.
All right, tell us a little bit. I've heard Coach Helton talk about it. We've seen the new logo for the Brotherhood. Tell us what that means to you.
For the Brotherhood, we always just work together, put each other before you put over yourself. We always gonna work to get better.
All right, well, we got a big game coming up, first game of the season. Washington County going to be coming into the Pinelands, and they're going to have, they're chomping at the bits after we beat them twice last year. So what's your plans for Friday night?
Just go out there and win.
Go out there and win. All right, look right there in the cameras and tell everybody we need a huge crowd in the Pinelands tomorrow night.
We need over 3,000 people, man. As
Oh,
much as we can
3,000.
get.
Got the challenge to put out there. Mark Durden,
Yes, sir.
starting quarterback for the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. Thank you very much. We'll take a break. This is going to be the Jeff Davis Coaches Show brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy.
The Bank of Hazelhurst is Jeff Davis County's only locally owned and operated bank, serving their friends and family since 1906. They offer a wide array of services, including personal, commercial, and electronic banking services, along with mortgage and ag lending. For more information on the services they offer, call them at 912-375-4228. Download their banking app or contact them online at bankofhazelhurst.com. The Bank of Hazelhurst. When others have their branches, they have their roots.
EP American Footwear in Hazelhurst is proud to be a part of the Hazelhurst Jeff Davis community and are proud sponsors of all Jeff Davis County sports. If you're looking for a great job with a great company, they are hiring for all shifts. You can apply in person Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 10 North Gill Street in Hazelhurst. Go Jackets from all the folks at EP American Footwear of Hazelhurst. Go Jackets! Welcome back to the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Alongside me now is Jalen Gamble. Jalen, one of the big linemen for Jeff Davis, offensive line, defensive line, and a senior this year. Jalen, thank you for coming to talk with us.
Yes, sir.
All right, tell us, senior season. I know it's been a long grind to get here. Tell us what it means here now that you're a senior on this big team.
It means a lot, really set an example for the youth. I'm looking to leave it better than I found it.
Well, that's great. Always tough. You're playing both ways in the trenches. That takes a lot out of you. That trench work, as tough as it is, but when you're playing both sides during the game, you really got to be prepared and ready to go.
Yes, sir.
How's the preparation that Coach Helton and his staff has worked during the preseason? How's that helped you to get to the point where you can go Ironman football? So
basically, during the summer and spring, we're just trying to get all we can get, squeeze all we can get out of it, doing a lot so I'll be good and conditioned. This offense that we run, the wing tee, really determined its success on how well you guys on the offensive line work together as a team. How have you been able to gel with the other guys on the offensive line to make it a unit, not just 5 different individuals out there? I think it's all about, going through hardships together,
Mm-hmm.
and it really bring us together. And overall, just being a brotherhood.
And that was leading me right to the next question. We hear this for the brotherhood that y'all have adopted this year. Tell us what that means to Jalen Gamble.
That means for me, not just playing for myself, but playing for the ones around me,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get them better too, and not just myself.
Big game coming up tomorrow night in the Pinelands. The first game of the season, always big, but we got a Washington County team coming in that's going to have a little blood in their eyes as they left a bitter taste in their mouth after 2 losses to Jeff Davis last year. Tell us what having a huge crowd in the Pinelands is going to mean to you guys on the field tomorrow night.
It's going to mean a lot, It's good to have a lot of support, and,
Mm-hmm.
just to know you got your fans supporting us and having our backs,
And when things get tough in that fourth quarter, you can kind of want to feed off that energy of the crowd, don't you?
Yes, sir.
It really
Yes,
means
sir.
a lot, doesn't it?
For sure.
All right, tell them you want to see a big crowd there tomorrow night.
I want to see a huge crowd tomorrow night.
All right, you hear him, Jalen Gamble, telling you to turn out and get loud.
Turn out and get loud.
Jalen, thank you for coming and talking with us. We'll take another time out, get some words from our fine sponsors. You're watching the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy.
Your eyes are your window to the world around you, and good vision is important to everyone. At Southern Eye Care, you can count on their expertise in treating all types of vision problems to help you see your best. From glasses to contact lenses, from surgical vision correction to treatment of eye disease and injury, their team is here to help take care of your eyes. Your vision matters at Southern Eye Care in Hazelhurst. Call them for an appointment at 912-375-2516 or visit them online at southernEyeCarePC.com.
Dr. Kurt Monsiak and his staff at the Jeff Davis Walk-In Clinic have proudly served this community as the original walk-in clinic for your sick visit needs and as volunteer sports medicine for all our Jeff Davis athletics since 2014. Whether at the clinic, on the sidelines, courtside, mat side, or on the diamond, Dr. Kirk is always ready to help. Give him a call at 912-375-4884 or pop in at 22 Cross Street in Hazelhurst behind Jeff Davis Hospital. God bless and go Jackets from the Jeff Davis Walk-In Clinic.
Plays this year. Ian, thank you for coming and talking with us.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
All right. Senior season, I talked to Jalen about it. Tell me what this senior season means to you.
I feel like we got a lot going for us this year. We got a few players hurt, but I mean overall we're gonna be better than last year. We got the talent, we got the coach. I mean we got everything we need right in front of us. It's just whether or not we're gonna put in effort or not.
That's a tall task, as we got 8 wins last year, second round of the playoffs. Got some big shoes to fill, though, for some guys that graduated last year, so you guys feel like you're ready to step up and get the job done.
Yes, sir, 100%.
All right. Moving over and playing more on the offensive side of the ball this year, being one of the starting wing backs. Tell us how you've made that transition.
I mean, it's been a lot just to comprehend, really. I mean, it's a lot at one time. The whole playbook's changed. Nothing's been like it has been in the past. So I mean, it's a lot for everybody to learn new. But I mean, it was a process, but I think I got it down now.
We run the wing tee, which means the guy that's got the ball, the other guys have got to do their job too. You just don't get to take a break when Kobe or Jacob gets the ball. You've got a lot of responsibility to do then. Tell us a little bit about how you 3 backs work to make the whole team better.
Well, I mean, we run triple option, so I mean, it's a pitch, a keep, or a run. I mean, it's a lot, but I mean, we either got one blocking or one running.
All right, so we've talked with Mark and with Jalen both, and I see you got the wristband on there that's got for TB on it for the Brotherhood.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about what that has come to mean to you.
The Brotherhood is we're all one. Nobody's individual. Like we have a player that means a lot to us out right now, but I mean, it don't take just one. It takes 11. So I mean, we're a family.
Season opener is always huge. A little bit more incentive this year. You got Washington County coming in, a team that we had to face twice last season. We're very fortunate to win both of them, so you know they're geared up and ready to come in here and change that around. How big is this season opener going to be for this team?
I mean, it's going to set the tone for us whether we're going to be a team that folds under pressure or we're going to be the team that comes out strong on top. I mean, it's going to show who we really are, and when the time gets tough, because I mean it's going to be hot, and we just gotta push through, and you know, like you just said, be a brotherhood, be a family.
Speaking of that family, we've got a big Yellow Jacket family of fans that like to turn out, tailgate, and do all the fun things before the games. But I tell you what, you guys, you can feel that crowd when it gets rowdy in behind you on Friday nights, can't you?
Yes, sir, 100%.
All right, so look in the camera there. Tell the folks what you need to do this Friday night.
I mean, you just got to cancel everything out and just play football, really. I mean, it's not really much to it.
Pack the house.
Yes, sir.
Got to pack the house. All right. That's Ian Griffin, senior safety, wing back for the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets, as we get heading into this season opener tomorrow night in the Pinelands against Washington County. Ian, thank you for coming and talking with us.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to take a time out, get some words from our sponsors. We'll be back with Coach Lance Helton here on the Jeff Davis Coaching Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy.
With over 40 years' experience in the pallet industry, Pallet One Inc. is the nation's largest single-source, asset-based pallet manufacturer. Pallet One has over 90 company-owned wood packing and pallet manufacturing operations across the U.S., including Hazelhurst, Georgia. The company also offers customized services, including wood packaging, design, engineering, and testing, and is an industry leader in robotic and automated pallet manufacturing processes. Pallet One provides unmatched quality and expertise as an industry leader. Pallet One focuses on continuous improvement while producing and delivering pallets at the lowest price possible.
Premier is here. Premier Heating and Air offers exceptional value on service and sales of HVAC systems, indoor air quality, insulation, and much more. Local service by neighbors just like you and me. Premier Heating and Air is built on the core value, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches. Experience the Premier difference. Log on to premierishere.com. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company.
Welcome back to the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Join me now, head coach Lance Helton. Coach,
Hey Jim, how you doing?
great to have you here.
9th year together.
9th year. All right, last season, 8-4.
Yeah.
Really good record, most wins since your 2021 team rolled off 10 in a row. What do you think last year was a turning point that propelled that team into the playoffs?
Well, you know, I think the biggest deal was that team had seen the good and the bad. That senior class as freshmen were a part of that 10-win season for us in 21. And then they were a part of that 2022 season that was just bad. It was devastating in a lot of ways. And so they got to see good seniors, and in 2022 they got to see a senior class that wasn't so good. You know, you and I talk about it all the time. Toughest decision I ever had to make was to get rid of as many of the older kids as we did in 2022. So those kids had to play before they were ready. And, you know, as freshmen and sophomores, they kind of toughed it out. And in 2023, really found a way, in my opinion, to overachieve, to make the state playoffs again. And then last year, I thought it was just really good leadership, a good mix of a junior and senior class that had been together. And for me, the biggest thing I saw was a group of kids that cared about each other. Right. And I mean, just, they were a fun senior group to coach. Anytime you got a 3-year starter at quarterback, a 3-year starter at fullback in our offense, you feel good about it, you know?
Absolutely.
But I thought that was awesome. And I'll be honest with you, I thought switching up for the first time in my tenure here to an odd front was a huge factor for us last year in our defensive success. And we got big shoes to fill this year because there are some major unknowns positionally going into this 2025 season.
You mentioned your 9th season here. It seems like it was just yesterday that met you for the first time over at the school board office. But that has brought a lot of stability to this program. The most stability we've had since Tom Hibble was here for 11 seasons, back ending in 97.
Yeah.
What has, and I know you've had some of the coaches on your staff that have been with you this whole time or most time. What has that stability meant to the way you've been able to build this program?
Well, I don't know if it's got anything to do with me or the coaches. I think that we took over this place in 2017 when it was hungry to be good and relevant in football again. You know, I can remember the talks that you and I had, or talks that Keith Ray and I had, or, you know, I mean, that list goes on and on. Wow. Of what they wanted. So I think that we've got a crop of young people now, 9 years in, that understand football is important. And, you know, I grew up at a place where, you know, I had the same football coach from the time I was in kindergarten to the time I graduated high school. And that's not very common now, you know, that came out this week. It's crazy to think I've only been here 9 years and I'm the 5th longest tenured coach in our classification.
I saw that. That's amazing, isn't it?
You know, the number one guy is my old boss man, Coach Holmes. And then there's a few guys that are there, and then here we are. So, you know, going into this thing, I think the longer you're here, here's the tough part about it. When you're here for 9 years, they've already heard every one of your messages. You know, so some of the flash, some of the shiny things with the new staff that happens, I think that goes away after 5 years. I think after 5 years, it really comes down to the nuts and bolts of who you are, what your staff is about, what your program is about. And, you know, that's what it's about for us, is just I think the stability comes from this. As long as the kids know what they're getting day in and day out, I think that's where the stability's got to come in. You can be hard as long as you're hard every day. You can be firm as long as you're firm every day. But I hope and pray this, the stability of 9 years of this has been this. I want there to be a message that Jeff Davis football is important. And I hope that has been the most stable message we've given over our time here.
Very good. Well, Washington County, on the other hand, they're entering the third season under head coach Robert Edwards, who was a star there at Washington County in his day. You were able to get 2 wins over Coach Edwards last season. You know that's got to kind of be a little burr under the saddle. How important do you think winning this game against you Friday night is going to be to Coach Edwards and the way he establishes his success as a head coach?
I would say it's pretty important. You know, I got so much respect for Robert and those guys. As you know, folks like Robert Edwards and his defense coordinator, Demetrio Stevens, were my idols growing up in that same town. You know, we're on 2 different ends of the spectrum. I tell people this all the time, like, Robert Edwards made Washington County, but Washington County made me.
Right.
We're on 2 different ends of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Robert is a great human being and a great football coach. And I'll tell you this is his best football team he's had coming back. I would think that this game is very important. You know, I just read an article today where he was talking in the Courier Herald out of Dublin how they really thought game 11 they should have won that football game. And people forget in that score how close that game was.
It was a lot closer than the score.
And so I think that they have a lot coming back. They know what we're missing. And I would think that it is a huge point of emphasis for them going into 2025. I think the biggest thing is this, and I talked to my kids about it this week. We're in a pretty good point in our program when the Washington County Golden Hawks are using us as a measuring stick.
You go.
You know what I'm saying? Since I've been here in 2017, we've won 3 playoff games, and that place hasn't. And so when we got here, I hope 9 years in to this, Jim, folks like you, folks like other people in town just feel this way, that the program is in better shape than it was when we got here.
No doubt about it.
And, you know, for me, it ain't about Washington County. It is about our kids embracing the role of being the hunted. We have been a team that has played up and tried to go attack big dogs since I've been here. And, you know, there's been every year we go try to win one we shouldn't, you know?
Right.
Well, we're kind of wearing a different hat in today's game 9 years in, so how can we embrace that? When we've got some trials that we're going through as a football team.
That's right.
You know, is the brotherhood of Jeff Davis football big enough to hold things up?
Well, we're going to take a timeout, get some words from our sponsor. We'll be back with more with Coach Lance Helton. This is the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy.
Williams Brothers Trucking is now hiring qualified CDL Class A licensed drivers with at least 2 years over-the-road tractor-trailer experience.
Williams Brothers Trucking has an excellent benefits package. They have quarterly bonuses. They have great insurance. They offer flexibility as far as your work schedule. You're not really pressured into starting at any certain time throughout the day.
Be home every day with family-owned and operated Williams Brothers Trucking. Apply now online.
Go Jackets!
When you need to tackle everyday health and wellness, Stan's Pharmacy is the place to go. Conveniently located off the Douglas Highway with 3 drive-through windows, Shemaine Ramey and staff are ready to serve you. From flu shots to prescriptions, to vitamins and over-the-counter essentials, we want to keep you healthy and in the game. Stan's Pharmacy is also Hazelhurst's local provider for scrubs. Stop by to get your scrubs and prescriptions today. Come save at Stan's and go Jackets.
Welcome back to the Jeff Davis Coaches Show, brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Continuing on with head coach Lance Helton. Coach, entering a new season, you're having to break in a new quarterback, a new fullback, the 2 probably the focal points of your offense.
Yes.
How do you think Mark Durden and Kobe Hill have stepped up in their roles this preseason?
You know, it has been a trial by fire figuring out those 2 positions, because you're right, they're a lifeline of our offense. I mean, everything we do runs through that. So operationally, we've tried to look at some things of cutting down some pace of quarterbacks running on and off the field, especially as much as Marcus playing defense. Cutting down some of that running. How do we communicate? You know, you always known this. I like for my quarterback to come look me in the eye between plays.
Right.
So I'm still like, I'm telling you now, you'll catch me out there sometimes with my twiddling my thumbs because I'm struggling on what to do. But I think that Mark Durden has as high of a ceiling as any kid I've ever coached here. Mark loves the game of football, and what makes Mark special is Mark don't have bad days, Jim. Like, don't matter how hard it is, it doesn't matter, he never has bad days. And that's the type of thing you want to see from that position. Are we going to have growing pains in the first 4 games of the season? Absolutely. But it doesn't matter. 3-year starter Colby Beach, when you go play Washington County and Charlton County in a non-region slate, you're going to have growing pains. So, you know, I think the deal for Mark is Mark's got to know that our older guys believe in him, and he's got to know that he's got the keys to the Cadillac on offense. You can't have a kid like that and handcuff him.
Right.
You know, as far as the fullback position goes, we have always been able to find a way for that fullback to just eat clock up and eat yards up, you know. I love a good 4-yard fullback run. I'm just here to tell you, Jim, it's one of my favorite things. So establishing that bruiser mentality has been tough because Kyrie Hunt just fit it so well. Jay Sean Kirby fit it so well. So for us, Kobe and Garrison Coleman have both been big integral parts of this offense, especially with them both playing defense. I think the thing I want to see from Kobe is this: having confidence in being the man and understanding that being the man means you got to be the man all the time. You know, and I think for the nicks and bruises of the fullback position, we've got to be able to move past that and make it about this brotherhood, not being uncomfortable. But overall, I think we've got some veteran presence around both of these young players, Jim, that I think can love them up. And one unique thing about this offense is this group of kids like to be around each other. It's not cliquish, it's not niche. So I'm excited to see the ebbs and flows of the game. Can we carry each other? And I think if we can do that, we have a chance to be successful.
We saw the way Kobe and Garrison both got some good, powerful inside runs against the Clinch County in the scrimmage. You also had a few explosive plays on the edge with Jacob Laney, Ian Griffin. Tell us how that quickness, that explosiveness works into your overall scheme in this offense.
That sun will shine on a dog's tail every now and then. You know, you know this about me. Sometimes I struggle with the perimeter run game. I kind of like controlling things, but the piece of this offense that is, when we've been dangerous offensively, is we've been able to get to the edge. And so both of these young men have been great. I mean, I've watched Jacob Laney go win an 8U state championship my first year here with all those boys, right? So I've always seen what he can do. But sophomore him, you know, I think he's still got to have some confidence. But I think if there's one player on this team from a skill position I am super proud of, is Ian Griffin and Messiah Swinson. They both have been primarily defensive players that have come to me and said, Coach, we'll do whatever it takes to give the Jackets a chance to win. And they're playing like it offensively.
Right.
And we're going to have some 48-minute men. We're going to have some tough two-way players this year to make it happen. We got to manage them well. But though names like that keep coming up, when you see this team, there is some sacrifice, and these guys are playing for the brotherhood of Jeff Davis football more so than themselves. And I think, Jim, honestly, that is probably the biggest difference in this team and maybe any that I've ever coached.
Looking ahead, Region 1 looks like it's going to be as loaded as ever. You got Thomasville, Worth, Fitzgerald, all preseason top 10 programs. How do you assess this region going as we're looking ahead to the 2025 season?
Man, it's a gauntlet. You know, I mean, everybody talks about those big three teams, and I think that everybody is hitting the nail on the head with, you know, Worth and Thomasville are both bringing back 3-year starters or 4-year starters at quarterback, returning a lot, and then Fitzgerald's returning the best football player in this region in Victor Copeland. So, you know, what we've got to do as a football team is not focus on the one. We've got to focus on our 11. And, you know, you go back and look at last year, you know, it was the other teams in the region that also gave us a headache, losing one at Brantley right there. And that Bacon County game being tooth and nail. The truth is this, you gotta handle your business. It ain't, the mode of operation ain't changed. You better win your home football games, as many of them as you can, and go try to win one you ain't supposed to on the road. And if you can do that, you're gonna have a chance to play an 11th game. And I think that our region is tough enough. I believe there's gonna be 5 or 6 teams from this region make the state playoffs.
Same as last year.
I really do. I think that it's that talented, and it's about seeding and playing where you can. You know, technically, last year we were a 4 seed in this region and hosted a home playoff game and won a home playoff game. So this region, I really believe, battle tests you.
All right.
You can't focus in on that 7-day stretch and make it an end-all, be-all. You still got to be big picture oriented, find a way to play an 11th game, and the goals ain't changed. Play your best football late. Hey, if we play our best football tonight,
It'll be a long year.
boy, stop. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we got to handle our business and continue to show growth throughout the year.
Season begins tomorrow night right here in the Pinelands. Always, Jeff Davis known for a good following. How much does having a big and loud crowd mean to you and to the players?
Oh, man, I mean, I think the truth is, I really believe this, and we've talked about this before. I really believe there's power in the Pinelands. I think we have one of the best venues in Southeast Georgia, regardless of classification. Regardless of classification. You know, we've been really blessed in 9 years to go see some storied places. We've played multiple games in the Shamrock Bowl in Dublin, the Pit in Lyons. We've Larry Campbell Field in Lincolnton.
House of Pain.
The House of Pain, the Boneyard. But the truth of the matter is, I would put our atmosphere against any of those. I really believe that the people of Jeff Davis County love the boys in blue, and I think that what we try to do is just play a style of football that resonates with our people. We got hard-working blue-collar people here, and you know, we try to give them an environment on Friday night that let them not worry about the weight of the world, but come cheer on the Jeff Davis Yellow Jackets. So it is a huge night for us. I think it caps and kicks off everything. You know, this 2025, 2024, 2025 year time frame has been very challenging for our community. And we're going through a lot.
We have.
And for me, tomorrow night is just going to show off, hey, this is a brand new start, a breath of fresh air. And I think it's you know how I feel about home football games. Outside of high school graduation, I think it's the most important night in the town because of the front door atmosphere, because of everybody getting together. I just believe that tomorrow night will come down to the people in the Pinelands.
Right.
The type of atmosphere they can help us create and loving our brotherhood of guys through. I want to see former Jackets play. I want to see former Jackets be here. I want to see people that are connected to our program from even before I even got here. The connection of Jeff Davis football has got to be relevant tomorrow for us, because we're going to need it.
We'll need a big crowd.
Man, I'm super excited, man. I'm fired up. I feel like I've been practicing and watching it. I'm ready to line up against somebody else.
Let's go get them.
When you're wearing Navy, you're as good as gold, man. Go Jackets.
Go Jackets. Coach Lance Helton here on the Jeff Davis Coaches Show. We appreciate everyone joining us tonight. We get ready to kick off the season tomorrow night in the Pinelands as we go against the Washington County Golden Hawks. We thank everyone for being here. This is the Jeff Davis Coaches Show brought to you by Stan's Pharmacy. Good night, everybody.